Alright, here we have our little Hot Rod 1984 Chevy El Camino. This is a really good driver quality car. It's had a repaint done last year, close to its original colors. Originally it was a dark blue and silver like this. It has a really good look to it. It's not a show car by any means, but that's what I mean by its driver quality. I mean, it's one that definitely catches people's eye. It's got a great color combo to it. Gives it that nice classic look with those the staggered out rally wheels. It's got the 235 15s up front with a ton of tread, and then it's got the larger 255s in the rear. None of them rub or anything. It just gives it a nice kind of muscle car look to it. It's got new dual exhaust. This is a great looking car. Runs and drives really good. We'll get in to see some of the imperfections. I mean, I'll take my dealer plate here and show you. I mean, silver's hard to get. You know, if you do a real bad job, it gets real splotchy, but this one's got a nice even shine to it. All the colors the same throughout the whole car. When you're in different lighting, the color will come up a brighter blue. Like, we'll see if the camera will expose. But you can see the shine on it. It's got a really good shine to it. I'll pull my dealer plate up to, you know, we're about that far away. And you can see the reflection just fine, you know, once the camera focuses in. You can read my plate. So we'll get in and we'll do some of the imperfections and stuff like that. It is missing this little corner piece on both sides. Down here in the silver, it's got a little kink and a chip in the paint. Looks like maybe they bumped up against something, because I think it is missing that support, so it moves a little bit. We'll go up here to the hood. And you can see there's a little, like, maybe it looks like they shut the hood on something and they kind of poke through and crack the paint a little bit in two spots. There's not a lot of rock chips on this because the paint was done not too long ago. You can see that piece is missing at the turn. You can find those on eBay. All the trim's original. Amazingly, the grill's not all busted out and it still has the hood ornament. You know, it's got pretty good gaps throughout. There's a couple gaps on the fender corner. I'll show you on the other side. That is a little close. There's the only chip on this fender is right there. Otherwise, it looks really good. There's just some dirt and grime down there, but no rust. Really solid car. You can see the fender gap. Looks really good on this side. No rust on the pillar. No cracks in the window. No chipping on the mirror. But it's mostly an original car, except for the repaint has been done. So all this trim, all the weather stripping, you know, all the rubbers could definitely stand to be replaced. Has your typical cracking. But here you can see kind of, you know, it's better than what you'd call a Mako paint job. You know, it's a step up, but it's not, you know, show quality by any means. It looks like they did take the trim off and a lot of the stuff, which is nice. There's no tape lines in all this trim. You can see the trim's pulling away a little bit there. But all that stuff can be addressed. On each wheel well, you have a couple little Dordings from people. You have some chipping on the silver area, just from driving. There's some stone chips and stuff like that. A little ding in the molding there. It's getting late in the day, so I might have to do a separate video of the interior. I'm not sure if the lighting will hold up. Got a little bit of surface rust bubbling around there from paint being chipped away. On the inside, it looks like they didn't really prep it much. You know, they just kind of sprayed over the top of the existing silver. You can see in a couple areas it's not free flaking by any means, but there's a couple areas where it's come up a little bit. But there's no dents in the bed. A couple little dings and wallops in the inside of the tailgate. You know, on the trim pieces, there's a couple of spots. And I'm not trying to downplay this thing at all, but I just want to make sure you guys are seeing what you're gonna get. I mean, it's a great looking car. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's I've had it for a while. I've enjoyed driving it. I use it for parts getter for a little while. There's a little ding there. Looks like they softly backed into something. Again, you'll get the same original trim on the back. Looks like they backed into something there. You know, it's nice looking chrome. Still got good depth to it, but it does have a little aged, hazy look to it. Looks like they backed into something there. Then dented up, just scratched it up. And this is missing. When I got it, actually was on there. I don't know if it blew off or what, because it's just held in by one little screw tab. It looks like the tab was gone, so it might have just flapped and away she went. You can see the trim's pulled away a little bit there. You know, same little rock chips along there. But you can see how beautiful that blue is. You know, really reflects good in the sun. I mean, there's kind of a street light behind me, so that's why it reflects kind of a brighter color, and it looks really nice. There's a really soft ding right there. Little chip right there. A couple little chips right there. Door handles are nice and tight. They're not all floppy. You got the same cracked molding going along over here, so expect that on the sides. It's a pretty affordable thing to get done. Pretty easy to do yourself. Oh, and there's a couple little dings. A lot of these are really hard to see because obviously they didn't fix them before they painted them, so it's painted over the top. So then they're easy to miss. Little chip right there. Here's where I was talking about, where there's a little bit of a ding, and then the fender gets real tight right here and it rubs a little bit. So that may have been replaced at one time. You know, once again, not a perfect car, but really, I mean, when you stand back and look at this thing, it just looks awesome. And you can see that shine quality. I mean, this isn't all waxed up or nothing. You know, it's got a little bit of not totally glass smooth. Because I don't want to dull it up to make it look like it's something it's not. Again, the little chip there. Maybe they got into something, who knows. I'll try to take you guys on the inside. Hopefully this daylight will hold up. Still don't have long enough days yet, but we're getting there. Inside is completely original, except for they did some kind of custom dash. Well, some of you guys are gonna love it. Some of you are probably definitely gonna hate it, but there is it's the original dash that's been customized, and it looks like some stress crack has happened in a couple of areas. So for you guys that are good with a wrench, it's not too much to just swap that dash out. It's just, you know, gonna be a little bit of a weekend job. Original door panel, you know, it's missing the tabs. Carpet's pulling away a little bit, but it's nice. I mean, these are, you know, LMC truck and stuff. You can get all these items, and original parts group and stuff like that are starting to support and build these the 70s and 80s cars now too, because they're definitely starting to become collectible. You know, the seats are a little tore up, a little tarnished. They're super comfortable though. You know, missing a little piece there. It's now over here. They had a stereo in it with a custom box. The carpet's original. It's like a blue. Definitely could use replacing, but it's definitely driver quality. It's a really respectable interior. But there's no stereo in it now. Obviously, they probably wanted to keep it. But I know it's probably getting a little dark here, but I mean, you know, you can see it's actually looks like it's, in this camera, it looks like it's brown, but it's not. But there are some browning areas, that's for sure. So we'll take you over to the passenger side. Again, if you'd like a separate video, another one made of the interior, just let me know. But the pictures show, you know, all the better lighting and stuff like that. There is no door sag. I guess you can see the custom dash and the stereo that's missing. A couple little marks on the seat. You know, these are getting up there in age, that's for sure. 30 years old. Nice box though, so if you got a stereo system here, it'd be really cool. It's a door shut nice and good. They got nice gaps. So I'll go ahead and pop the hood for you. It's got a nice sound, little small block. I was told it's a 350, but I can't really get in there and verify with any numbers. It doesn't say on the motor, so you know, it's not a drag racing motor, but it's a nice little driver. It got a nice little rumble to it. And you can see it looks like it's definitely been replaced at one time because it's all black. I believe these motors new were blue. But you got just a little bit of surface rust on the hood. Hood's not all kinked out. Hinges move real nice. So I'll go ahead and fire this baby up. You know, it's electric choke, so it fires right up. You can hear that, it sounds really nice. It's kind of like a Flowmaster muffler. You can see it's running nice and smooth, no ticking, knocking, no shaking or hesitation or anything like that. Obviously it had AC on it at one time, you know, but that's long gone. I mean, I just love the paint combo on this thing, and I love the look and stance of this car the most. You get to see how that sounds. So all right, everybody, I'll go ahead and get the door shut up. Get one last look back. The hood's still popped there, but I'll go ahead and close that for you. These older ones are kind of a two-hand job, so you can get it closed good. But there it is. I mean, this is a great looking car. Runs and drives really good. We'll do a separate video of a cold start, and then we'll do another driving video. But all right, it's gonna be no reserve for everybody, so good luck.